All right, next you need brushes. If you don't have brushes, you can try to do this with Q-tips. Q-tips will work. If you have old makeup brushes, like ones that you want to junk anyways, you can use them. I happen to have some watercolor brushes around the house. Realize watercolor brushes are brushes that hold a lot of water. So if the bristles should be kind of on the soft side. If they are on the harder side, you can always try them out. They might work, but they might be a little bit more difficult to work with. Once you have a brush, the first thing you should do before you start painting here is to test your watercolor and make sure that you can make it both dark and light. So see, this is my coffee straight. Now light, I have to either spread it so it's thinner. So see how if I don't leave it as, if I spread it out thinner, it's going to be lighter. If I leave it thick and heavy and let it dry, it's going to be darker. Now the trick with watercolor is always going to be either layering, so like doing this and then letting it dry and then putting another layer on top, or adding water, especially if you're getting something that is a little too dark. You also want to rinse out or wipe out or take paper towels and make sure you get all of the pigment out of your brush before you change color. So if I go over here and I try to use my blue, that is the blue that I end up with my marker watercolor. So whether you're using watercolors or whether you're using one of the alternatives, you want to make sure that you can make dark colors and light colors. So you want to kind of practice on a piece of scrap paper to make lights and darks with your colors to see how much variation you can get through spreading out, through adding more water, through adding less pigment, and through layering. So letting stuff dry and going back through. You're going to notice with watercolor, you're going to want to let layers dry between stages.